Welcome to the ForTheLove Podcast with your host, King Kaius. But this time, right, I got my brother.
Kilam, nice to meet y'all.
You feel me? And Kari's still here with us.
Yeah.
But he gonna be in the background still here to offer and deliver his insights. You feel me? And we gotta get right back into it. What this is, Kari, episode, what?
7, 8.
7? I think we on episode 7, man. It's some shit we ain't even get to talk about, discuss with y'all. But, hey, man, let's get into it. So, it's that time of the year. Spotify Rapping came out. Everybody hype. Everybody posting their shit. You post your shit?
Nah, I ain't posting my shit.
I ain't posting my shit yet either. You feel me? As an artist or as a consumer, I ain't get a chance to post my shit yet. What about you, Car?
No, not at all.
All right, guys, we gotta post our shit. We gotta post our shit. This is content we're missing. What they say? You're missing the wave. We're missing the wave right now. Somebody has to have
definitely missing the interactions. Though.
Yeah, definitely missing. Come on, man. We gotta get them likes.
Interactions from them just putting those up. Man.
But y'all seen it though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Look at mine. My shit was dominated by you, obviously. But yeah.
Who's you?
King Kaius.
All right. King Kari. I know the vibe, man. I done dropped hella songs this year, man. I'm not gonna say hella. I done dropped like 5-6 songs this year. Pain on Me, Let You Go, Free. Just to name a few. Gold, No Stopping. Go check them joints out on my Spotify. But okay, what else? Who else? Kari, you wanna kick it off?
My shit.
Who's your top 5 this year?
I think it was the same niggas it was last year. You was there, Tory, Weekend. Y'all won't know this other dude. Peter Sun was in my top 5.
Okay.
And Zaya was in my top. Or not Zaya. Tame Impala. Zaya was like my underrated artist, whatever they want to call it. Tame Impala was my 5th artist in the list, which is not even hip hop artist. But yeah, check him out. He's like alternative hip hop, alternative rock. Very crazy.
Okay. Oh, you gotta check this shit right now.
Yeah,
This is a professional podcast, sir.
Live.
Wow.
Displaying your Spotify rap. What you got?
Well, while he was looking up his information.
Huh? What do you want to see? If I'm going to display it live?
Your top 5. Yeah, who your top 5 most listened to artists? For me, my number 1 was Vanity Speaks for Herself. My favorite artist was myself. Yeah, me and that boy King Kaius listen to myself at least like 10,000 minutes or some shit. They said this year I go crazy. But that's what happened. You put a lot of work, you invest in yourself, you don't believe in yourself, who else gonna believe in you? You feel me? Make sure y'all go check my shit out on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. Definitely on Tidal because they pay the most. So definitely gonna run them Tidal streams the fuck up, you heard? But with that being said, it was me, followed by ESTG, followed by Future, followed by Sue Surf, and then, I don't want to lie, I don't remember my number 5. Oh, Vori. Vori was in that motherfucker. Matter of fact, I think it was me, King Kaius, ESTG, Vori, Future, Sue Surf. That's it. Vori, Future, and Sue Surf. That's it. That's my top 5. Vori been crazy this year. Why you still looking? All right, Malik, you want to get your artist?
Yeah, my top 5, I had Tory.
Okay.
Giveon. Smino dropped the album. Ugly God, just a personal favorite. I listened to him on the side. And then Kyle, he dropped the album this year too.
You had Kyle in your top 5? I haven't listened to Kyle since like junior year of college.
I listened to Kyle religiously too.
For real? You fuck with Kyle like that?
Yeah, bro.
Really?
What was that last album he put out? It was the little blue cover. I forget, honestly, the name of it. It's been a minute because I listened to the new album that he dropped. But I listened to his old album that he dropped in 2017 till like 2020.
Okay. Damn.
It was bad. I gave that album, play through the album at least 4 times a month from 2017 to 2020.
I ain't gonna lie, if I had to have a 6 man of the year, my 6 man of the year would probably be like for myself. Should have been 42 Dugg. Because if I listen to songs with ESTG and 42 Dugg, I don't know how they wasn't both in there. You feel me? But everybody from CMG really went crazy for me this year, from top to bottom. Mozzie, Glorilla, who else is in CMG? You know, the two niggas I just named, STG, Moneybag Yo, 42 Dugg, Yo Gotti, he kicked the year off. That cold gangster shit probably started it. You feel me? Like, nah, everybody from that whole set went crazy. For me, that'd have been my whole, like, bottom five. The rest of them niggas. Outside of that, who else was on my shit? Future. Oh, come on, man. We gotta talk about why Future went crazy. And it wasn't Wait For You. And what's that shit? Niggas don't give Voodoo enough credit on that album. Let's talk about that.
Oh, Kodak Black.
Yeah, niggas do not give Kodak Black his credit what he did this year, but niggas do not give Voodoo enough credit as a song on that Future.
Like first half of the year, then he kind of quieted out.
He did quiet out. No, he started talking more.
Yeah, his music wasn't. Yeah, his personality was always Kodak Black. This nigga is.
That's true.
Oh yeah, he funny shit. He funny.
Yeah, icon. He a funny ass icon. Truth be told.
Yeah, man, but yeah, he was niggas don't give Voodoo enough credit. That was probably one of my favorite songs. Damn, I don't even know my 5 most listened to songs. I think it was probably like 5 ESTG songs. 5 ESTG songs, Holy Ghost, and then Warriors Who Surf. The song that they had together. But that shit was crazy. I mean, gotta respect it.
No, they had a good year. They had a great year, honestly. They had an amazing year, actually. CMG.
Oh, yeah, CMG, yeah. They rocked it out for us. All right, man, let's pick it up. Y'all niggas kind of dead right now. Like, y'all niggas got too fucking fried. You feel me? Y'all niggas, if y'all see me on this in my eye, hold on, let's address that. Because niggas been saying, your eyes so bloodshot. I don't even smoke the marijuana. Let's address that verbatim right now. Come on, y'all see me. I got to drink every single time I'm here, man. I just be chilling, floating, feel me, riding waves.
I plead
you feel me? Everybody, you got to plead the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who said that? What's your name?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, we got to get drops, bro. That's the next elevation of our pod.
My drop is nope.
Look you up. We got to get a drop. We be like,
nope.
Kari's in the background.
Who's in the background? You said you. The episode sponsored by Anonymous, the internet group who used to hack niggas.
That's even worse. You about to get us lined up. I got too much porn on my phone.
Anonymous and grew out.
You cannot talk. Don't get me talking about Anonymous. I would never be able to become a politician.
Anonymous is not. I mean, it's scary, but.
Yeah, no, you're right. I can become a politician.
Yeah,
I become a politician. Boy, no, just qualify you.
Porn qualifies you.
Till they find out the categories.
You have to cheat on your spouse to be a politician. That's a qualification.
No, you gotta watch. You gotta watch BDS. BDSM, where bitches are hanging in the guillotine, flower feet, flower burning.
Well, you gotta do so much. I don't know.
Cause I feel like that's what the white powerful are into.
They are, but
the white and powerful into guillotine hanging. If the bitch survive, they fucking. If not,
why do you think
even sacrifice?
When do you do that once a year? Didn't you see that? No, we're not gonna talk about. Hold on, we all know about. Hold on, stop. We don't all know about that. We all don't know about the island. We don't know about the island that the rich people gather at, and then they sacrifice a bitch. And then that's how they get bought in. That's how they get beat into their fucking gang. And now they become rulers of the world because they all had to sacrifice their favorite little cousin.
Let's make something clear.
We not gonna act like I'm saying something crazy.
The rulers of the world are got.
They act like stop. They act like niggas is crazy because we get beat up to get into a gang. Y'all niggas be sacrificing your favorite little niece. The one that you picked up the most. The one that you will always pick up the most. Y'all that sacrifice this bitch so that you can become a fucking mid-tier, B-tier actress.
That be niggas though.
That don't be niggas. We don't be sacrificing.
We are the main niggas of the stories.
No, it's not.
Every
They
rapper
didn't
you can
give
think
a
of has a
story.
sacrifice
They went.
story.
Epstein's Island got a bunch of stories. What you talking about?
Epstein Island is about a bunch of rich niggas who already got power, just fucking young white bitches.
That in the other islands where they go to sacrifice the young white bitches.
Yeah, but the sacrifice.
Once they become.
No, you hear about sacrifice?
All right,
they be
stop. We gotta stop. No. You won't get that.
Oh no!
Everything in the
drop, huh?
everything in the podcast is a disclaimer, and we do not believe in this shit. We do not stand for
we
all
don't
this
believe in this
shit.
shit.
No, all of this shit. Yeah, we're just jokes. This is just jokes. We're joking. This is jokes. All jokes. All right, back to regular schedule program. This is disclaimer. Back to regular schedule program. Back to the business. The business.
You should cut out.
In reality,
They would ship the bitches from the island. Where's the bitches from the island?
Son.
We already said we was joking. They know it.
No. They was doing that, but
They. All right, let me
sacrifice. No, sacrifice be shit here.
Huh?
Kanye got sacrifice story. Jay-Z got sacrifice story. Nelly got sacrifice story. Every black person you think of insane has a sacrifice story.
Why are you bringing up the black
Because
this is why we can't make it nowhere.
Yo,
I bring up how the evil whites are powerful.
We
you
all
want to
know
bring up
it's
how
evil.
It's evil blacks too.
No, you're not
It's
listening.
evil blacks
You're
too.
not listening.
What the fuck is
White
wrong
people
with you?
don't sacrifice.
No, let's address the conversation we want to have.
You're not addressing.
No, great segue. What does your blackness mean to you? Since you want to fucking attack black men in the middle of our fucking conversation.
This is what we're talking about. Black female right now.
But isn't this what we talking about though? We said we were gonna talk about what's your black.
I'm with all this.
So what does the blackness mean to you? Because we start talking about white people, you want to attack niggas. I'm thinking a little light in your skin is starting to come out.
No, you just didn't hear the conversation.
The conqueror in you.
You didn't hear the conversation.
The colonizer. The colonial.
You're just saying
Go get a man.
I say C-words that have everything to do with the colonizers, conqueror, colonials.
It says somebody so right.
Pilgrims. That's a P word.
This is the problem. What I was saying earlier, to get the point I'm going to make now. What I was saying earlier is that it's not that we do it. Is that one is villainized and one is not a characteristic of consequence. If we're sacrificing somebody, the story is that you have to sacrifice to be great. White people don't sacrifice to be great. They sacrifice because it's the evil within. They cannot help but be demon devil children.
Oh, this episode
devil children. It's
gonna be beep.
All right, so to segue that, my blackness means to me that there's two aspects of that. First and foremost, me being black is not the defining characteristic, but it's a defining characteristic. I mean, I stand up for my people, but you also understand that if you are whatever you are what that is. It's just that I'm gonna fight for you a little bit more if you look like me. It's just that simple. If you like me, I'm gonna fight for you a little bit more. I'm gonna stand up for you a little bit more. But in reality, if you a dickhead, you a dickhead. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. If you're a white beater, you're a white beater. If you're a rapist, you're a rapist. And I can't stand up for certain lines of shit. But you being black means I might play devil's advocate more. For white people, I don't play devil's advocate. It's just you devil white Napoleon. Yeah, it's just that. No disrespect to all Caucasian Caucasian niggas. But that's the point. It's just that simple.
Shout out to my Caucasian.
Tribalness, nigga. I'm gonna be.
Wasn't the Caucasian niggas in Black Panther the first one?
The Caucasian niggas.
So those are the Caucasian niggas.
It was one Caucasian.
The black niggas that came from the mountains.
It wasn't Caucasus.
That was not the Caucasus.
It wasn't the Caucasus Mountains.
That was how you know.
It was the Wakandan Mountains.
Yo, you don't even know about.
You don't know about the Condon Mountains?
Can you not kick this?
It's Condon. You don't know what the Condon Mountains? That's the kickback. You don't know what the Condon Mountains, nigga. These niggas only want to be caucus.
The caucus.
The only there's caucus is the black caucus, and we don't even know about it. Name two niggas in the black caucus.
The two bitches that's in.
See how you didn't name names? You mean to say
Sam.
bitches.
Sam
is a nigga's name.
Sam is a bitches and white people.
Sam's a nigga's name.
Sam, and what's the other nigga's name?
You said the two bitches, and then said, what's the other nigga name?
He had a strong. The bitch with the
He
braids.
had a strong jaw.
Yeah, he did have a strong jaw, and there's the African nigga.
I thought it was two bitches.
The upper bitch had braids. It was Sam and the bitch with braids. They were white people. They got black caucus every week.
Where everybody a bitch nigga, a nigga bitch. nigga.
Oh no, it's the other black bitch with the weed.
Is it boy, girl, boy? Is it
No.
boys or boy blurs?
Yo, you're tripping. Now they're white people. I'm talking about the black caucus. You said black caucus.
Exactly.
It was on their white people.
But you said girls, boys. You said the other bitch, the two bitches.
I said two bitches. It's three bitches in a black caucus.
Named the nigga.
It's only three bitches in a black caucus.
But you also named
Sam, bitch with braids, bitch with weed.
Sam is a nigga's name.
Sam is her. That's the bitch that run the show.
Name two things Sam did.
Sam, she run the show, and she cheated on her white boyfriend with the black nigga Reggie. Reggie, that's the other nigga that's in the shit.
Actually, I
was gonna get it. She cheated with Reggie.
No, but yeah.
Go watch Dear White People. It's on Netflix.
No facts. Black Power.
If y'all have a season 5, I could be the fat teacher. But just let me rap.
No, you answer the question.
2 + 2 = 4 to 9.
What does your blackness mean to you, sir?
Oh, we're back on that.
We gotta finish the segues.
My blackness means I can quote Dear White People at the top of my brain. My blackness means like I'm very integrating. I'm integrating with my culture. I feel like one of the things that when I grew up, I was like, damn, there's a lot of shit about black culture I don't know. Like a lot of movies I haven't seen. There's a lot of things I haven't seen. Even when I started watching battle rap, and niggas are making Boys in the Hood references, and you know what I mean. They're making simple movie references or fucking Juice references or references to Menace in Society. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, shit. I'm in college. I have not seen Menace in Society yet. I had already seen Juice and Boys in the Hood, but I'm like, I'm in college. I have not seen Menace in Society. I'm in college. I'm just watching Love Jones became my favorite movie in like senior year of high school. It's shit like, damn, like when niggas make references to this shit. Yeah, I fucking grew up watching fucking Don't Make Me South Central or Jane Juice in the Hood, and then not even understanding where half the fucking references in the movie came from. I'm like, you get what I'm saying? So as I've gotten older, my blackness has attributed to me understanding more of just the culture. The culture I grew up in. I can't understand every part of blackness, but I can understand the culture that I attach myself to, which is hip-hop culture, which is, you know what I mean, and that's in our movies, that's in the way we dress, and understanding why we do this, understanding where it comes from, understanding how we got here, and then being a representative of that, like in every way, shape, form, and fashion. You're not going to ever, you can't, to me. So, that's my answer.
So for me, my blackness means that my blackness is my identity, you feel me? You're going to see me, you're going to see I'm black. You're going to take your pre-assumptions, but I'm going to show you who I am. And to me, I feel as though my blackness gives you this predisposition of who I am, and you have to take the time to actually get to know the person.
Is that negative or positive, you feel?
I feel like it depends on who you are, right? Because if you got a negative predisposition, then you're going to have a negative connotation when you see me. Vice versa.
Okay, so you don't put the stigma on everybody, just
no.
Okay, I like that.
You don't put a stigma on everybody. You can really tell when somebody give you those looks. You feel me? When somebody just don't, you can just feel when somebody looking at you like they don't like you. Versus when people are just looking around to be looking around and I feel like I can tell when people looking at me and they just don't like me. You feel me? Those looks, those smirks they try to hide.
I agree with that a lot, especially because I feel like, especially being a black man, it's like, I don't smile a lot at work. Like, outside of like me talking to my associates because I want them to feel like, it's a nice little environment. But I don't smile a lot to a lot of my managers. So I feel like oftentimes, me being a black man seems like I act more black than I look because I'm not super dark. Like my hair is black, but I'm not super dark. So, but I act very black. So it's like oftentimes it comes off aggressive or it comes off like they have to cater to me. Like they don't want me to hit a certain point. And I'm like, I'm a lot more chill than most of you niggas are. It's just that So oftentimes I feel like the blackness in me is just that I have to do so much to prove to you that I'm not even remotely where you niggas are. I'm like, it's like, like either and that means in both aspects, even like working harder as well as displaying an attitude. Like I can display a calm attitude for 19 months straight.
So that's where I contend where I'm like, I'm black, so I think I'm a shining example of what it means to be a black man. But I'm also a nigga. And I separate the two things very well because everybody can be a nigga. Everybody can't be black. There's a difference. White people can act like niggas. Spanish people can act like niggas. Niggas can act like niggas. Indians can act like niggas. Native Americans can act like niggas. You know what I mean? Everybody can act like a nigga. Everybody has nigga moments. Everybody does nigga shit. Everybody figure out how to fucking steal time from their job. I'm gonna go in the bathroom and text. Everybody do nigga shit. It's just there's a difference in how much that shows up necessarily in the any specific workplace where I'm like, hey, as a nigga, and I feel comfortable being this because I am a nigga. There's a level of ignorance or the level of not caring that comes with the ignorance, where it's just like, I don't want to have this right now. But that may have its own problems. But that's just consequences to actions. You know what I mean? Outside of that, for me, like, one thing you said, like when you are working on small, I try to small as much as possible. And like one thing that I recognize in my blackness is like, as I've gotten older, I really try to go out of my way to make sure that black men know that. I try to make sure that, like, all women feel safe around me, but black men specifically feel safe around me, and it's not because I'm scared or not because I'm in danger, but like that's a part of my blackness that I feel the most, which is like, I only want to be comfortable around my people.
That's one thing.
Like, and I don't want to go places where I have to be uncomfortable around my people. I don't want to go places and be around my people where I have to distrust them. And part of my blackness is really starting to stand for that. If you're a black man, you're a black woman, like, at the end of the day, your ultimate safety is my highest priority. Like, your ultimate safety is my highest priority because I am this. And it's not... I don't care if I know you. I don't care if we're friends, family, whatever it is. Now, if you become the problem, then your ultimate destruction is my highest priority. But outside of that, your ultimate safety is my highest priority.
The funny thing about that, I think, is that, like, very often, almost every single person, like, especially for women, at least in my life, well, women, they tend to flock to me. I'm like, not in the, like, black women tend to flock to me. Like, they feel comfortable and they feel fine. Black men feel the same, but it's just like, I tend to notice how much they're so not used to opening, like talking. All. Yeah, I'm like, nigga, they're like, I just feel weird to me. I don't, I'm just like, if I say this shit, I'm just like, I'm like, yo, calm down, chill, you good. You can express yourself. Like, that shit is so, like, I have a person.
It's heartbreaking.
I have somebody at my job I think he's exactly my age, might be like a couple months younger than me. But like he went through a little shit like in the last couple months. And I had trained him like when I first started this job, and I would just listen to him talk, and he just always sounds like everything is always against him. And I'm just like, and he's just like, I don't know if I got an outlet. And I'm talking like people who watch him, like really watch him like go up, help him get up. He's like, I just don't know if I can feel like a touch person because they did X, Y, and Z. I'm like, yo. But I'm also, one part of me is like, yo, calm down. The other part of me is like, I don't know your life. I actually don't know how real your paranoia is. I don't know if this is paranoia or if you're right, because I just seen some psyche shit. I'm like, I seen some wild shit. So part of me is like, yo, calm down. I'm here for you, and that's all I can really do for you. I can't tell you about X, Y, and Z. The other part of me is like, son, yo, yeah, like I want to give you comfort, but I can only give you comfort when I'm here. When I'm not with you, life is dark, and I know as a black man, this shit is crazy. I can only give you comfort when I'm around you. My God, I'm like, when you walk away from here, I want you to feel like I'm not away from you, but I need you to stay strong.
Yeah.
I need you to stay strong. I need you to stay strong, and if you feel weak, come back. But until then, stay strong. If you feel weak, come back to base. If you're not, that shit is so hard to teach people who don't want to talk sometimes. And it's like,
yes.
Yeah, it's like,
like
you don't want to talk.
Sometimes, and that could be your life. The fact that you don't want to talk could be my life. I bump into you at the club. You don't want to talk. You up blick. I'm dead. It be that quick. In Philly, it's that quick. In Baltimore, it's that quick. Like, I mean, and for a lot of other people in a lot of other places, it's that quick. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that shit is crazy. Like, I can't even have a conversation. I can't apologize. And then when I apologize, you don't give a fuck on my apology because your pride is hurt. I'm like, son, I just try to make sure I'm not here to hurt your pride. Yeah. I'm not here to do shit but make it home and then show you I love you at the end of the day. Because I don't want to be around white people. That's the caveat. The caveat is this. The caveat is, do y'all want us to keep moving out of the hood? Do y'all want us to keep, and I'm talking about our people, do you want us, the people, those of us that feel like we have made it to a certain caliber to where we can decide the circumstances? Because at the end of the day, that's the middle. And the middle is the base. And if the base the fundamental things, the building blocks of the community, continue to move out of the community into white neighborhoods. If you continue to move off of Park Heights because you say I'm going to move to Orange Mills. If you continue to move fucking out of Edmondson because you say I'm going to move out Route 40. If you continue to move out of these fucking places. If you continue to move out of fucking Germantown because you say I'm going to move to Manningham. If you continue to move out of certain places because we deem it safer because of our own people, then at what point do we ever get to build up our own communities? What point do we ever get to build up our own communities? And at that point, it's like, I can't even spend money at the black bars because y'all want to start shooting shit up. I want to spend the money. This is where I want to spend my money. This is where I want to be. I do not want to go to this place that has this music. But I do not want to risk my life either. My life is more important than which one is fun.
Yeah. That's the reality of being black, and that shit hurts so much.
My life is more important than which one is being fun. I don't want to keep. I don't want to get in a rant because I was mid rant mode.
That's what it is. The reality of being black. It's just like, I love you niggas so much it hurts.
I love you niggas so much it hurts.
Like, but I don't know.
And I can't let it hurt me.
I want to be around you so much, but every time I'm around you niggas, it hurts. I don't like.
But that's the opposite. That's the opposite. That's the opposite because.
I'm not gonna not be.
I mean, I can't speak for other people, but for me personally, I mean, the safety that the blessings that God have allowed me to go to blessings.
That's all this shit.
Because we go in places and this be love.
Niggas are doing all the shit that you think are dangerous, just not to us.
Yeah, it's not to us.
I'm like, guns popping off, and these bullets not my way.
Bullets not my way.
Going the other direction. I was like,
because I mean,
about black people,
I bought that nigga a drink.
I was like, you feel danger.
He mad at you.
I'm not in danger.
I bought that nigga a drink.
I'm about to say,
yeah. First thing I said, yo, bro, I like your shoes. You trying to drink? We've been friends ever since it was a club.
That's the only shit.
You feel me? I passed my bitch to him. He passed his bitch right back to me.
The danger's strong, but the love is strong. That's why I love. That's the love of being black people. Like, I love you. I love you guys so much. It's crazy. Like, you give love like nobody else can give love, but you also give danger like nobody else can give love. And even in danger, you try to give love. I'm like, nigga, we didn't have to be here. None of us had to be here. Instead of you accepting my lesson or our lesson we can learn together, you're just like, but we here though.
So yeah, as I get older, my fundamental idea of my blackness is just to make everybody comfortable in this. Make everybody comfortable that's black, being black, together. That's it. I only want to be places where we can be black together. I only want to be places where we can dance together. I only want to be places where, I don't want to be around other people too often. And that's not, and I'm saying too often because
it's draining. Bill has a fucking joke about this shit where he's like, he goes to see his black girlfriend and he's like, when you go to New York, there's a certain street where you hit the threshold, like you hit the 3-digit streets, like 100, 8th Street, 101st Street. You start seeing more black neighborhoods. And he's like, nigga, I can literally see white people disappearing over the horizon. It's the same shit. It's just like, I have to put up a new character now because I'm in an unfamiliar environment.
That goes with what we were talking about earlier, just code switching.
Yeah.
Code switching in general, how important it is for everybody. Yeah. Everybody. And then let's talk about the opposite of code switching. At what point... Like, cause really soon code switching won't be code switching. Like, you think about places to where, like, bro, when I was in high school in 2011, and they're talking about in 2050 the minority majority is going to be a real thing. Yeah. We're in 2022. That shit flew. Eventually, the code switching won't be as crazy. It'll just be a code.
I agree. The only problem I was about to say with that is that, so that's the funny thing too, when I thought about that graphic, is that they said that that's like a race complexion thing. But code switching is a cultural thing. I mean, I have to speak a different vernacular to you now, because you don't understand what I was talking about. If all of us had the same complexion because you just fucking black people, you fucking mix, Indian.
But when you look at so that's why I love New York. But when you look at just the natural reactions from the people, or people like Toronto, where my culture is naturally intertwined with this culture, then I understand this lane. I don't have to code switch. Yeah. I'm not code switching shit. I'm just talking to you.
Which I also think is a really weird space we're in now, where I feel like everyone is playing the same game that we don't have to play. Like, I feel like if you talk to somebody...
What you think, nigga? You quiet as shit, nigga.
No, facts though. But
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But
you gotta get you involved.
He said plead the fifth. We ran it on them shows,
Everybody get you involved. It's the
So
same
my
shit.
dry snitching cop brought it back up though.
No, bro.
Yes.
Stop to 8.
No, you dress this. You didn't tell me. But
Stop it.
it's the same shit. Exactly.
But so I find myself code switching quite often, and I don't do it because I'm like I just need to appease other people. I do it more because I feel like when I talk how I regularly talk, people feel more anxious around me. You feel me?
So,
And I don't want other people.
How so?
How so? It's just like, you see, the way I'm talking right now is more inviting. It's like, hey, I'm your friend, this person. I probably couldn't hurt him or fly. The way I normally talk, slang, down, my voice drops a little bit. I guess it's just a little bit more intimidating, and it's kind of sad, but I'm just like, y'all don't gotta be anxious around me at any time, but I find myself code switching a lot because I'm like, I don't want to deal with anxious
Little ass
people.
orange is not intimidating.
I'll say, bro. Top of your voice is natural. When you're around people you don't know, it's like, motherfucker, yeah.
I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
I don't think it
Bro,
was great.
but
Me, though.
No,
Nah,
that's a fact though. No, I know. I definitely do understand. Like, I definitely do understand the voice thing a lot. Nigga, maybe not for me as much because I don't change my voice, but it's people I personally like. I don't want to say their names, but it's niggas we done work with. When I done called into the restaurant and been like, "Yo, can I speak to a manager?" And I'm like, "Hello, how are you? Welcome to Uno's." So I'm like, who are you? Nigga, I know I work with you every day of the week. I'm like, I see him in person. I'm like, that was you on the phone. I talked to you. Like, why is your voice like? Oh, that's my professional voice. My professional voice has to accurate.
That's how the shit too. That I was like,
They do this shit too.
I don't code switch enough because
My professional voice.
that's another thing. I'm like, is that an underlying
Sorry.
thing? Because people gotta say code switching. I'm like,
Why do all that shit with my neck just now?
I'm not uneducated.
That's because I'm drunk.
You are drunk. Bro.
Okay.
I'm not uneducated.
You are.
No, I mean I am, but I'm not.
You went to
stupid.
Redwoodstown. You really graduated from fucking Redwoodstown.
Oh,
I'm about to
let's
graduate.
get
Fuck
something
that.
drunk. No, he can say that. This is a stupid misconception that he keeps.
But you graduate. You went to the school where you was the smartest nigga because you was the dumbest nigga in the smart school.
You keep forgetting.
I like you.
I love you too.
I'm about to graduate the fuck up.
I did
Talk
fail
about your
out of
Redwoodstown
poly for
diploma.
whatever my shit. But your misconception is you keep thinking Redwoodstown was a bad school.
No, I never said that. I just said
you keep saying you read
Redwoodstown.
Redwoodstown was
Yeah.
a really fucking good school.
It is a really
No,
school.
I was surprised.
I said good.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Hey,
you know,
good.
it was the best county school when I went there, and like all the surrounding counties.
Oh.
And I didn't.
Okay.
Nigga, let's not do that because I went to poly. Them niggas was not that smart. Let's not do that.
That's crazy. Who's them niggas?
Any of them niggas.
Who's them
The
niggas?
smartest nigga was fucking Tulsi, Talker, Gabby. That bitch name was. She was smart because she was fucking abused because she had to watch every fucking. She had to read every book. So let's not do that. We're not talking about intelligence. We're talking about somebody being naive in childhood. It's not like poly. The first 2 years of poly, that was the first thing I went there for. I was like, which one of you niggas will really make me feel like I am not smart? And I was like, oh, you niggas study a lot. I don't do that. And that was it. I met a couple niggas. I'm like, you're actually smart. I might be scared of your intelligence. And one of those niggas was Darius, who I met in 4th grade. I'm like, nigga, I've been near you already. I just didn't know you for 3 years because you left middle school. And you came back even smarter. And I was like, you're probably the smartest nigga I met here. And I met you already when I was 6. Like, yeah, like, no. I'm like, this shit didn't give me what I wanted from it. I only chose poly because Karan, Joseph, and Devin them chose poly. And I'm like, you're the smartest niggas I've ever met in my life. And I don't know where else to go but to follow the smart niggas. So I'm going to go wherever I can feel challenged. And they chose that shit, and I was like, this is the challenge?
And telling this, you ended up Redwoodstown.
Because I was driving.
It's okay, bro. What about your
a day to
education?
get
You
to
said
work.
you was educated. Why
I was
did
going 2 hours to work on a bus.
Hey, yo, you gotta explain it to
Home
me,
and
son.
fun.
Okay. How you say you was? Why did you originally bring up your education status?
Oh, the original point was because, like, when people talk about code switching, that I don't necessarily have to, like, change my vocabulary. So usually, like, when you say code switching, you're using, like, different words. I'm like, I use the same words. The only thing that changes is usually maybe my tone, maybe my pacing or something. But I'm not changing my vocabulary. So for code switching for me has tended to been hard because I'm like, what am I code switching? Am I code switching my pace? Am I code switching my vernacular? Am I code switching my? I have the verbiage to use it. It's just what am I and when do I apply it? So like my biggest thing has actually been cursing. do I curse or do I not curse? That's actually my biggest thing because I speak naturally. Like I'm not super aggressive when I speak, so it's just like, do I curse or do I not curse? That's usually the shit that blows people off. Like he curses a lot, and I'm like, nigga, yeah, I curse a lot, and it's shit like that. But that's why I brought up I'm educated. It's like I have the ability to code switch, but my problem tends to be in code switching is that it's not my word choice. It's that I choose to talk comfortably, for lack of a better word. I tend to use curse words. I tend to say slang. I tend to say nigga a lot in business meetings. I tend to be like, what? I don't say, can you repeat yourself? I say, what are you talking about? That's crazy.
No, I feel that. I feel that a lot.
Stupid. That makes no sense. Shit like that.
I feel that a lot. I don't, because, yes. So I tend to treat people the same. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't have a hierarchy of how I treat people. You may be able to get more from me if I love you, but like how I'm going to talk to you is going to be the same way I'm going to talk to anybody else. I'm not trying to figure out how to talk to you more because I love you or not. So it doesn't matter it doesn't.
You deal with kids. I don't believe you when you say that, but I can understand what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Like I'm pretty sure you're going to think about how you're going to speak to a child before you say it, and it's going to be specific to that child versus another child.
I'm going to speak to adults the same way.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm pretty sure everybody you talk to is going to have a specified way of talking because you're used to.
But that's just people to people. That doesn't
right.
change. That doesn't change in environments. Adults act just like fucking children. So it's not like, it's not like I'm going to change how I'm speaking to you. Once you start acting
how
like
are you
a,
speaking?
once you start, I gotta go through a scenario.
No, just like what kind of tone, what kind of cadence are you speaking? Like
In the
speaking
same,
now?
yes,
Oh,
exactly
okay,
how I'm
then
speaking now.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that's gonna change, I'm gonna start asking you questions. Yo, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? Like,
No, I think it's something else.
yeah, the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing. It doesn't matter who it is. Yo, why are you bugging? It don't matter if you from the top of the bottom. It doesn't matter if you're my mom. It doesn't matter if you're my homie. It doesn't matter.
So yeah, that's kind of my point too, bro.
Yeah, it's like I don't really coach this that often,
like,
which really might be a problem. I really might need to learn how to.
Is it?
Oh yes, Cheerio, my boss man.
Is it really a problem?
Cheerio, my boss man. You said me to work 5 minutes earlier.
The biggest coach what you're
Cheerio,
getting out of
my
me,
boss man.
honestly.
Yeah, fam, my boss man.
Is the fist bump.
Boss man.
This is the biggest coach what you're getting out of me.
You're the biggest.
I'm not
coach
joking.
Getting out of me is a fist bump.
Why you doing the shit they can't see?
It's the fist bump.
Yo, get this shit out of my fucking camera, man.
I hate niggas. This is how niggas be. But yeah, it's the fist bump. There's no other shit. Cause I'm like nothing. I don't talk. I'm not stupid. That's how I be looking at it like. What are you saying? That's why I didn't like the original term when I heard about it a couple of years ago. I'm like, what is code switching? Niggas have said shit like, it's when you don't want to talk about. I'm like, nigga.
No, code switching is also for a lot of things. Code switching is,
but you
also for me too. I do code switching in the sense of when there's people at my job that I have rapport with, like, or actually I consider friends. Or
that's what I'm about to say.
When there's people at my job I actually have rapport with, or I'm actually like friends with, I have slang with you. Like, so if I say da 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 da, let's biddy bop biddy boop.
That was my problem.
Like I was almost about to do some real shit. That
I was about to do fun about shit.
Yeah, I don't want nobody to see it, but yeah, if I say something, that person knows, hey, this is what this is what he mean. This is what we about to go do. So that's that is a level. That's a code. And I switch it on and off.
That's just a code, nigga. But yeah.
Because sometimes I really mean it.
Yeah, I mean it's still a code.
That's why it's a good code.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? If the code is let's tie my shoes, but sometimes I need to tie my shoes. Sometimes I don't need to tie my shoes.
It's like Kevin Hart.
Well, maybe I'm shoe tied stupid.
Maybe I'm shoe tied stupid. Okay.
Alright, bro. I don't even know. We got any more code switching?
Yeah, when I think of code switching, I think I'm gonna go from talking in a way that's inviting to talking in a way that I normally talk that people might seem as not inviting. And to an extent, I don't really give a fuck. But at the same time, it's like I'm in settings where I can't really. You don't want to really have other people thinking that there's any reason to be anxious around you.
That was my final point. Is that
why do you kept using this word anxious? Why do you think so many people are anxious around you? Like, why do you think you give off this atmosphere that people will be anxious around you?
I don't. I think it's the.
You said it in every single.
No, I don't think I normally do anything like that. But I think it's a combination of when you get that predisposition of how you see me, and then hear how I'm talking on top of that. If I'm not code switching,
Like I said, everybody ever
it
told
gives
you
you
that.
the thought. Yeah.
You mean me anxious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm asking.
No, I gotta see how Malik look crazy as shit in like NBA.
I don't normally smile.
I think as an
so it's
engineering
like
degree, you wouldn't.
I don't think you gotta smile to disarm somebody's anxiousness.
Oh, that's another thing too. That's another thing I practice.
Cause I'm like, nigga, I'm big as shit, and I'm like, I've never like, alright, I've gotten creep at some point, but I've never gotten anxious. Like I've never made somebody like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't feel anxious?
Yeah, nobody's ever said that. Bro. Like you made me feel anxious. I've had, maybe I don't know, maybe my last girlfriend, maybe she said that, maybe, but I'm not. I can't really. You know, so I was just curious about that.
My biggest part of being black is literally just, I mean, in terms of that part, is literally just the way I talk when I'm just like, I'm not with none of the shit y'all with right now.
Oh, that's
when you on go, it's a completely different.
No, I'm not with
I'm
y'all.
ready to destroy everything.
That's like the only time. Otherwise, I'm like, y'all might be over at I'm chill. I can go whatever y'all throwing at me. I'm chill with. Otherwise, unless I say all the shit y'all talking about, all that shit dead. Otherwise, I'm like, y'all not getting the nigga part. You're getting the semi nigga. Like I'm chilling.
Hey, it's still, I mean, how y'all feeling?
We feeling like you. I'm feeling like it was a pretty good pod, pretty good conversation.
Yeah.
Some shit that definitely probably y'all will never hear.
Alright, you know what I mean? We can wrap it up. I mean, with that being said, this is episode da-da-da-da-da. We don't know if this shit gonna drop. Bitty bop, aim for his top, hit him on the block, hit him drop top. This is episode 7 of the For the Love Podcast. Hey, man, go home, be safe, be great, stay dangerous. Go home to your family, man. Love them, kiss them, hug them. Stay black, stay white, stay Chinese, stay Asian, don't stay nothing bad that's going to get you canceled. Stay all that good shit. And then come back to the next episode for episode 8. And then we out, niggas. Oh, follow us.